Hello and welcome to another edition of Pirate Math. Today we're going to be solving fraction equations by adding and subtracting. Our first problem is 6 2/3 plus n equals 7 5/6. So the first thing we need to do is the inverse operation. So the opposite of addition is subtraction. So we were going to subtract 6 2/3 from that side of the equation. What that does is eliminate 6 2/3 from the left side of the equation. But what we do to the left side, we also need to do to the right side. So we will subtract 6 2/3 from that side as well. Now we have something that we can work with. We don't have common denominators, so we're going to find common denominators, and that is 6. So what times 3 gives us 6, which is 2. So what we do to the top, we need to do to the bottom. So 2 times 2 is 4. And we're going to subtract. Now we have a problem that we can work with. 5 minus 4 is 1. Keep the same denominator. 7 minus 6 is 1. So 1 and 1, 6. Don't forget, you can subscribe to Pirate Math at any time by clicking in the subscribe button in the bottom left corner. And now we're going to move to a different problem. We have a variable, this time p, minus 1 2/5 equals 3 7/10. So we need to get that p by itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 1 2/5 to both sides. Again, you have minus 1 2/5 plus 1 2/5, so that cancels out. And what you have left is p. And now you have something that you can solve. Again, we do not have common denominators, so we will need to make them. And I see that they are tenths. Multiply both sides by 2, so I get 4/10, 1 4/10, and because I'm adding, I can do that. Now, 7 plus 4 is 11. I keep my same denominator. I add my whole numbers, but I am not done because I have a numerator that is bigger than my denominator. So what this will then become is 4 plus 1 whole number and 1/10, because 10 goes into 11 one whole time with 1 left over. Now I need to simplify that, and I get 5 1/10. So p equals 5 1/10. Now I can check that by replacing the variable with the number. So I can say 5 1/10 minus 1 2/5. And does that equal 3 7/10? So what I can do is set it up in working form. I can put the minus 1 2/5 right there and change that to 1 4/10. And I cannot do 1/10 minus 4/10, so I'm going to borrow and make that 4 11/10. And now I subtract and I get 7/10. And 4 minus 1 is 3. Does 3 7/10 equal 3 7/10? Yes, it does. Okay, so that is how you solve fraction equations by addition and subtraction. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check out our other videos.